Hey Peter, hey Jenny, what's cooking? How's it going, Jenny? Stop, Lucas.
Hello, man. Wow.
Hi, did you?
Saturday stream.
It's Saturday today? I don't give a fucking know.
I'm supposed to go to the gym, do groceries, but the weather is really bad, so I'm waiting till the rain stops.
Oh, it rained like fucking hell here. And
Yeah.
it's gonna rain for like 2 weeks. Can't wait to get depressed. All the
What if you're
Belgians.
already depressed?
Yeah, but more depressed, you know.
More depressed, yeah.
You're working on your eyebrows and eyelashes and you can send me what you did? Good. And do that. See Junie texturing the old man.
Leave Junie alone.
Why? You can pick
I
on
don't know.
him. You don't know what you're doing? Well, please don't do this. This,
Neither do I, Junie.
where you put the strokes going like this. Looks like his dick is exploding or some shit, right? So when it comes to pants, try to keep the strokes in the same direction, right? Like in the direction of the um, microfiber, right? And then if you want to emphasize like some folds, right, you go with a lighter color, but you only go on the, 3 strokes on the tip of the fold, right? Don't go with like long strokes like this, because it's gonna look fucking weird. Hey, well, fix.
Oh, well, pigs.
This literally looks like it's exploding and it looks very unnatural. Also, like I like the idea that you're trying to make a gradient, but fucking hell, this is so dark compared to this, and like the transition, it's like almost a straight line, right? Maybe he just has a big dick. I mean, Junie didn't do any dick here, right? Like flat as a fuck. He's probably transgender or something. I'm not saying not make the gradient. The gradient it's a very great idea, right? But like put the values like go with this grays all the way up here, right? And like another stepping with way lighter values. So you have like a nice uh, full gradient for the leg rather than, like a harsh line on the lower. What the fuck is this music? So what are you up to, DJ? Going for groceries or not? Oh, Johnny, have you looked at you know, a man in jeans or penny pants for that matter?
Ugh.
Why are you yawning? Trying to put me to sleep?
I've been sleeping like shit for the last 3 days.
Why?
I guess I have a lot on my mind.
What do you have on your mind?
That's that complaining 24/7, me that I have to finish this art piece, and me having no work.
Yeah, but that sounds like every other day. What changed now?
Uh, it's getting to me.
Have you tried drugs
No,
so you can sleep?
no.
Why not?
Just trying to quit early and I read a book before I go to bed.
Sorry, reading.
Warhammer 40k.
Warhammer 40K. Which one?
Flight of Eisenstein.
How do you say it's called?
Flight of Eisenstein.
Light of I... The Flight of Eisenstein by James Swallow.
Yeah.
Uh, Not bad of a rating. Book 4 from oh my fucking god. Book 4 out of what's this? What's the last one? 54.
Well, it's the Horus Heresy are four books, and then they start to all go their own way, different factions.
54, not 44.
These you have to read. You have to have read these four books so that you know what's going on, and then they all go each their own way. They're really good in my opinion.
They have pretty decent ratings. Some better, some worse.
Yeah.
Probably if you're, if you love the world, they're all good reads. They're all
Yeah.
around, around 4 plus minus half of the rating. I had another, I can't recall how it was called, like a small series from Warhammer that I wanted to read. I can't recall which was. It was in my to read somewhere. Promise of Blood.
See.
Oh no, it was Gotrek and Felix. That was
Oh, that's
this.
also 40k or not?
Yeah, yeah. This is 40G also. I said I'll pick it up at some point. But they're like 17 books. They have very good ratings though. Wow, Danny, you're like 10 minutes fucking stream delay.
You are a seagull. You have seagulls internet. Oh, I didn't tell you, but I've had an interview this week for a company here in Belgium.
Another one?
Yeah.
Is there any company left in Belgium that you didn't have an interview with, except
Yes,
Larian?
yes. There's the French part as well, but I don't want to go there. There are probably a couple of them in at the west too. Yeah, that's the good thing though. If it works out, it's really close by. I can actually have a proper work-life balance.
Only 8 hours on the road.
Hmm?
Only 8 hours on the road. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's not gonna be 8 hours. It's less than an
You,
hour
you
in
can't do
total.
that in Belgium. In Belgium,
It's gonna be 40 minutes in total. That's insane for me. So 20 minutes just to go and 20 minutes to go back. That's insane. Because usually for me, it's always like at least an hour. The previous job was 3 hours in total. So
I mean,
did I catch?
if you're in
Sorry,
a
go
big
ahead.
city, it's gonna be like that. Like in Bucharest, for example, if you work on the other side of the city during rush hours, it's gonna be an hour and a half.
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
It is. Fucking is.
Cassidy mentioned that I hate Belgium. Yes, I think I've expressed it enough.
I mean, the main reason why I didn't want to go back to work in a studio is like the fucking wasted time on commuting.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, right? If you're gonna spend 2 hours, let's say, on commuting, right? You already spent 2 hours of that super limited time that you have for life. Basically, it's insane.
You get paid for the commute. Ooh, I think it stopped raining. So what are we doing today?
I know. We're probably gonna have to finish with the texture so I can start work on the floor.
Nice.
Maybe, or maybe I'll just sleep or something.
Do whatever that makes you happy. So sleep. If sleep makes you happy, by all means, sleep.
Buon faccio, Stefano.
Also, Wild Peaks, I did have my fries yesterday.
You did?
Of course I did. I always try to get them on Friday. Whether if it's alone or not. Is that you, Morty? Or is it you, Daha?
What's up, babies?
Oh god, it's Daha.
The fuck? How is it Daha?
Oh,
Hi, Nam. Oh, love hole. Did you? Double hole. How about peaks? How you guys doing?
Oh. What are you angry about today, Morty?
Hey, Danny. Happy day. What am I angry about today?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Same thing. Always angry about. Also, I slept like shit.
You always sleep like shit.
Well, this one was my fault because I couldn't fall asleep, and the sun was out.
Whoa. Can you go back a sentence?
I'll tell you when it's my fault. I'll tell you it's my fault. Walker, you sexy motherfucker.
Did you hear that, Nim?
I did.
Can you clip that?
Proud. George is actually reaching accountability.
He's
Oh,
growing
fuck.
up. He's finally growing up.
Now I got something that grows for you in my pants, DG.
No, thanks. I'm good. Put it back.
Too late.
Did the chat hear that too, by the way?
What? When it's my fault, it's my fault. I will say. I slept late. It's my fault. No, I'm an idiot.
Oh my god. It feels like every time I hear Morty say it's my fault, like it's like amazing. It's like I feel like I'm in this Zen place, like full of rest.
It gives you a boner.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's even Nim is like smiling. It's like damn.
Nim's smile is I can't believe I'm friends with these idiots.
I mean, said we're friends.
Hey, I need to be hurtful.
I mean, if you want to turn on your girlfriend, Morty, you should just say it's my fault. Oh, say it again, Morty.
that is actually good advice, DGNs, for all guys.
Talk dirty to me, Morty. Like, oh, it's my fault.
Come on, Marmoset.
What? Mama stopped lagging.
I undo the brushstroke, which is not something to do in a scene this heavy.
Andrea. Actually, I need to talk to Andrea about something.
DG, guess what I have in 2.5 hours?
A session.
A session.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's such a general brush. Come on, be more specific.
A session that it involves two people.
Come on. Stop talking like a fortune teller.
A session that involves two people. Driving lessons.
Are you getting pegged?
I No, that involves more than two people.
What do you mean?
I have another meeting.
On a Saturday? Ew.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, they are not respecting your time.
Whatsoever.
What is the meeting about?
Some
Telling
things,
my to be boss that he's delusional.
some things there were, some things that are, some things that might
So a
be.
session. So you're gonna have a meeting
Right,
about where you're
man?
gonna complain.
It's gonna be first of all telling him like what the hell do you guys want? Because you sent me two separate um to-do lists,
Mm-hmm.
and both to-do lists are not in my expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Pavel.
Okay, Pavel.
Hello, Pavel.
And the other one is these to-do lists are gonna take away from the time we need to prepare to help your daughter do her presentation on the 28th. Um, because she's gonna be representing the team of this company that's in Japan, which is
Ah,
Entix. From the same person, two different people set lists. Yes, in that confusing way. Um, and because the presentation that she's going to give is for young entrepreneurs, which still has like this AI solution stuff. You know what kills me, bro? Google dropped their latest update with like animating still shots.
yes.
Did you see it? They have like
No.
old timey photos or like scenes from movies. And it was just a prompt that tells ChatGPT or whatever. What's Google's AI? Google's AI, whatever it is. They just prompted it like, yeah, the VO one, what peaks, and it's like it just prompts it like, put 1950s classic characters outfits and make them say, now we are talking, we're not real, and have them like dance in the bro, and it just made a movie, right, with fake people. You can tell it's AI, but it's so much cleaner than it used to be. I really want to tell them, so what's Antix's avatar generator going to do in face of that? Like, how are we going to sell the avatar generator, which is supposed to do the same thing? Now, the avatar generator that Antix has was cleaner than Google's. Now, Google's is on the same level. I'm pretty sure they will offer it at a much cheaper price to like people. And I was like, how do you want me to pitch this if I don't understand the technology behind it? So that's gonna be one of the things that I'm gonna tell him about. And then um, uh, I'm gonna tell him like, bro, the gaming thing. You guys are still delusional, and we need to fix that. Hopefully, it will get through.
You're gonna be a fixtaneous.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh wait, I don't think so. Oh yeah. Oof, yes. That's good. Can do it like that.
Maybe Wild Peaks, maybe because the UAE and the US are pretty tight. You know, They're really good buddies. And the UAE sent the US $1.4 trillion like last week.
How do you
And
know?
they bro, if you go to the US embassy website, UAE to pledges to send the USA $1.4 trillion, calling it the Trump effect. I shit you not. And I was like, God damn. Okay. And then Saudi Arabia sent 1 trillion. And so yeah, it's like big news on the embassy website. And then my dad was telling me they finalized the transaction last week
Ooh.
or signed the transaction. But yeah, they're buddy buddies. And so I don't know if I can pitch that, but I'll try to play on the Arab pride. But also the technology has to be on par or better. It's also a Russian company ish. The CEO is Russian, the co-founder is Russian, but the owner is the princess. Um, so it has like Russian technology, but all their servers are in India. I don't know.
You hear a lot of talk. What do jobs? That's what we wanna hear. Jobs. Jibs.
Jid, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
Then you can get me to the UAE
Fuck yeah. You could go have beer and Belgian fries.
and do nothing and be bored.
And
Minion
This
bloods.
country sucks.
hmm?
Did you want to check some of those Romanian blondes? Sorry.
The Romanian blondes in Abu Dhabi, they are
I don't, bro,
ugly.
at this point, I don't even care about like redheads anymore. I just want to leave this fucking country.
There are Arab blondes. He has to go to Lebanon.
I don't want to commute anymore. I don't want to deal with stupid, unnecessary administration, and I want to work on a fun game. Those are the three things that I want.
I want a lot of things
Right?
for someone who doesn't have options.
Let him rephrase. Those are the things I dream of.
Those are the things not that I dream of. Those are the things that should be possible.
What's he like?
That is true.
Hey.
Unnecessary administration. Fucking hate it. How is the administration over there in the UAE, Morty?
What do you mean? In what way?
How is it?
What do you mean, like the government?
Yes.
Good.
What does good mean?
It means that it's very, very strict. And
Yeah, mano.
your rights don't get um, shafted. And no one is above the law. Like literally no one.
I have to get like some administration done. How long does it take?
Oh, well, it depends on which. Hey, man. It depends on what you want to get done, bro. If you want to get your visa paperwork stuff done and like jobs and uh, like licenses and all that, my dad or my sister will take care of it. That will get done as fast as it can move. You know.
Hello, Manu. Yeah, it sounds like very unnecessary. Okay. Yeah,
No, like
Morty,
if
you
it takes
lost
two
me.
weeks, it'll take
You
2 weeks.
lost me,
Bro, no one is above the law, but they
Morty.
can expedite the process. So like instead of being I'll look at it when I get the time, it will be like I'll look at it now. You know?
That's corruption.
No.
What do you mean no? We have to pay for a service that should be done to everyone with the same fucking.
No, you have to go through channels.
That's what I'm saying. Corruption.
No, it's not corruption. Yeah, it has to
It's
go from office to office to office to
it's
office.
it's literally the definition of
Bro,
corruption.
that's bureaucracy, not corruption.
No, no.
Corruption is you don't have to go through the channels
You have
and
to
it gets
pay those
approved.
channels, aren't you?
No.
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 No, no, no.
That's
You can't
corruption to
you
me.
can't get faster service by paying extra. There is a trust issue. So like they trust the my dad's office, right? Because he's been here for 45 years doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to Bucharest. Not coming to the UAE. You lost me, Morty.
I don't know what you're talking about, DG. I'll give you an example. There's a strict, um, unwavering, not unwavering, it's a very strict no to applications coming out of Russia and Syria. Mini got his papers rejected multiple times. And we were talking about it. That was before Mini came to Abu Dhabi. I was like, bro, why the fuck didn't you say so? Send the papers to my dad. My dad was like, hey,
Is your
this
dad
guy,
Tywin Lannister?
yes. So my dad uh,
Does he wear armor?
goes to the government uh, building and he's like, hey, this guy is my son's friend. I vouch for his trust. And they're like, okay. And they proceeded to do his paperwork.
Exactly. So if if you get a random dude and he pays your dad, you know, like let's
No,
say,
no,
let's
no
no,
random.
let's say, you know, a random, you know, Russian spy goes to your dad and says like, can you go and, you know, push my papers because I'm your son's friend?
No,
That's
Fuck
corruption.
no.
it came from me. I
Yeah,
told my dad I vouched for what for Minnie.
corruption. Yeah,
It's not corruption.
it's
If a
Nepotism
guy
and
comes to
corruption.
bribe my dad will
yeah,
say, "Go fuck yourself."
yes. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but the fact that the possibility exists, your dad is not the only person that has influence
Bro,
in pushing
bro, but that
papers.
is trust. It's not like
Yes, trust.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's trust. That's like a
Mm,
background check.
mm, like corruption.
That's a background check. It's not corruption.
Okay, just
It's not, bro.
okay. That can.
Because corruption is bribing.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that's not a
that's
bribe.
that's literally what Mini
Bro,
did.
that is vouching. That's like when you go to a country and they're like you need an invitation from someone in that country before we can process your papers.
Yes.
Hadouken. Why? Because if that motherfucker goes out of line, they know where to trace. So Mini is a trustworthy guy. If Mini goes out of line, they're gonna come to my dad.
I mean, is really Mini a trustworthy guy?
Yeah.
Something
You don't
smells
trust
fishy.
Mini? Where's Mini? Let me tell Mini to come here and defend his honor. He's definitely at work. Oh wait, it's Saturday. He's probably not at work.
And I imagine if Morty becomes president of Lebanon, it's gonna be okay, guys. We're gonna change a couple of things. There's no such thing as corruption. If you pay me, nothing is corrupt.
That's not a bribe.
And also, everything, but literally everything, is invented in Lebanon. Everything is invented in Lebanon.
Glad we came to an understanding finally.
The fuck? Filter. Posteries.
What's up, Bradley? Nice, Nim. Hey.
This is GIMP? No, this is Krita.
Why do these fuckers from Adobe not share my stuff when I send it to them?
Why would they?
Because I use their software
And?
and they need to share it.
Hmm. They need to, huh?
Yes, they need to.
Very interesting.
You don't agree?
No, I don't.
Okay. Considering they are sharing random stuff. Do you have a problem with that, Danny?
Bro, I just see an ad for Techno Gym here in Abu Dhabi. David Guetta is promoting the gym. I'm like, man, I swear I want to tell this to Mustafa. I'm like, bro, just get David Guetta to promote the AI.
That guy is still alive.
Yeah.
Calling him a gimp. It also means disabled, stupid, or perverted person. I'm all of those three. So you can call me a gimp.
You're not a perverted person.
Bullshit. So, couple of hours of sculpting.
In a couple of hours. More
Well,
like
I
a
have a
couple of
meeting.
minutes.
I have a meeting in less than 2 hours. I wanted to shower, but I'm like, fuck it. They can't smell me through the camera.
They can probably have a look at you and be like, George, you didn't shower. The meeting is done. No deal. What about a couple of minutes of sculpting? Is like seconds of progress?
What? What? It depends. If Nim is sculpting for a couple of hours, that's months of progress for me. Bro, I can't help but feel like I'm forgetting something.
Forgot my birthday.
I wished you happy birthday the next day.
It's okay. You get another chance next year.
Oh my god, I can't remember when.
Hope you'll all be alive.
You will be alive.
Why?
Because
Why?
I kindly ask you to. I think the raining has stopped. I guess I have to do the groceries. No gym though. I should try going tomorrow.
I know, Jim.
Because groceries and have to come back and continue doing 3D.
Who needs groceries?
Me and my dad.
Nah, overrated.
Dads are overrated.
Groceries are overrated.
Yes, but
Dads are underrated.
when are you playing Minecraft then?
These days.
Gotcha.
Maybe after I'll finish
Minecraft.
this.
Do you know that Minecraft was invented in Lebanon, by the way?
I know.
Mhm.
Hey, Ratnukian.
Hello, Ragnar. How is everyone? Everyone is terrible and amazing at the same time. Not great, not terrible.
Hello, Ragno. A pleasure to meet you.
It's just, I just love that meme. Not great, not terrible.
Yeah, that reminds me of Shea Gorath.
But not
I'm
great,
not
not
quite
terrible.
myself. And he goes, I'm not quite myself. I'm not quite someone else, but I'm not quite myself.
The weather is too warm. It's raining pretty badly here. We've had really good weather for the last 2 weeks. I guess now it's rain for the rest of the year. And you'll be carrying card boxes. Or when you're washing a car.
Because cardboard boxes will become bleh. Like Romanian toilet paper rolls.
You're like I'm missing an inside story.
George was
You can
curious.
flush everything down the toilet.
He was
Just
like,
curious what
what are we gonna do with the the core
with
of
the
the
toilet
toilet?
paper.
Like, flush it because it's actually melting in water.
And I was like, what? And then goes, try it. And I throw it down the toilet. No, I actually went to the sink and I put water on it and it was like, "Bleh." I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck?
You don't have that technology in Abu Dhabi?
No.
Technologia.
No, eh?
Abu Dhabi could learn a thing or two from Romania.
The thing is, because everybody washes their butts, they don't use a lot of toilet paper. I got my bidet stuff, but family friend who is the plumber was supposed to come today. He did it, and I'm thinking of doing it myself since all the instructions are in the box.
I would not do it.
It's made of gold in Abu Dhabi. Wipe your ass like a king. So, Bradley, when are you going to come to the to UAE? You know so much. When are you going to come so we can hang out?
And be bored.
I don't know why you keep saying it and be bored, bro. Dumb.
Same reason you keep saying Warhammer 40 gay instead of K.
Oh, because it's funny, bro. 40K. You know I like 40K.
And you know I like it when I say Abu Dhabi is boring.
No, you don't like Abu Dhabi. There's a difference. I like 40K.
I like Abu Dhabi too when it's boring.
Shut up. I go when I fly to China. I might stop for a few days next time. Hell yeah! I'll hold you to it.
Damn it, it's soft training. Hate it. It's Krita, Danny, not Arita.
Arita. That sounds like a girl now.
Are you already and you are already turned on?
Oh yeah. They here, السلام عليكم.
Is Krita better than Photoshop? Yes. Actually is. Kind of
Oh, it
funny.
really is?
It really is. First and foremost, it works, bro. Because I switched to Krita because Photoshop was fucking with the pressure, right? And it was popping up that loading round thing that you have to struggle for like 35 years to deactivate.
Yeah. Is Krita free?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's already better than Photoshop.
And it has like some fucking great brushes, bro. It's insane.
Well, time to install Krita. But I really only use Photoshop for making birthday invitations for my niece and nephews. Or 10 euros on Steam if you want to support them.
Hey, let's go. 10 euros. Steve, I can't really a smack to be 10 euros a month.
Because Autodesk are filthy.
I don't know. Do they smell?
Hear you.
They'll hear me.
Jingle
30
bells,
dirhams.
all of that smells. Maya lag the neck.
Lagged an egg?
What? Okay, popped up a different.
You know what? Next birthday card will be in Krita.
What if you turn that into a job? Just make birthday cards.
God no.
Well, no.
I just do a little bit of design on those cards. I just fucking use open source art for them. I don't get paid for it. But if I gotta get paid for it, I have to draw my art. Wow. Come
Imagine
here,
that.
Krita.
Doing some effort.
Especially now with AI, right?
Who's using cards anyway?
On WhatsApp, not physical. So I send the JPEG to my sister and she sends it up.
Well, I got a birthday card from my mom for my birthday.
It's birthday invitations. Like, come here and time and day and RSVP. Oh my god, I fucking.
Oh my god. You like cod?
I
The
was
fish?
gonna say. I was gonna say a few words.
Meeting got cancelled.
No, my card got declined because the 2 month Steam monitoring on the bank is done. Bro, I want to fucking.
Yes. Yes, Morty.
In game.
You want to fucking in game?
From the word fucking until now are all the things I want to do to everybody inside that bank in game.
You want to invest in them in game?
Mm. I want to invest my fist up their ass, bro. In game.
It didn't cut out. He just wasn't talking. Oh, is that no, that's not a sun. Okay, never mind. It's more rain. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get wet.
Oh shit! Tell me more, DG.
I'm gonna have to step outside the house.
He's like the Wild Witch of the West. I'm American.
What map did I add a posterize effect to? The green channel from normal map object space.
What up, Murph?
And a new to 3D sculpting and you want to try and sculpt a human organic character, should you use a base mesh or make one from sketch? I think if you actually want to make a human, you should learn your anatomy. And learning anatomy implies you creating your own base mesh by copying some scans and by studying some anatomy, by pushing that knowledge into your brain. Because otherwise, you're just going to use a base mesh, you're going to move it around, and you're going to fuck it up. And you won't know how to fix it.
Morning.
Hello, Murphy.
I mean,
Murph in New York.
Americans are waking up.
America. Fuck yeah. You know what I
My
feel like eating?
my students right now are going through learning anatomy by making a likeness, right? So they start with studying the basic stuff by copying a scan and building up a base mesh, and then moving into actually making the likeness. It's enjoyable and not painful at all. Come on, Pavel. Stop being a ho. How do you want to learn? Do you think that the knowledge is just gonna pop up in your fucking brain? No.
In a few years, probably.
Matrix.
Well, then wait till Matrix is here.
With a simple single chip in your brain, you will learn everything.
And there will still be stupid people.
Yes, because they can't afford the chip.
No, I'm talking even if the chip is free. Exactly, Rakno.
The mentorship is $600 a month. Yes, that's the only plan that exists. I used to have plans, but then, people who were in the mentorship were abusing that.
What do you mean?
Like, people on the lowest tier asking for way more help than whatnot,
Ah,
and I'm trying to help everyone.
and live.
I also have to live, yeah, sadly. What's Nepal? What do you need? Paid in exposure. I mean, there's always the option to go to one of the other mentorships. There are some at 1.2K per month. Like the guy from Flip Normals or some others. You can go to Panju's mentorship. Doesn't know to do anything, but he will teach you. Is your portfolio sniffer? Personally, you're not happy with the pieces, but the next ones are gonna be better. What does that mean? Why would you put something in your portfolio that you're not happy with? Have you tried the English, Panju? Like sentences that actually make sense? I know how to remember my airplane, my last project.
The fuck is that punch on?
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I can't even add a comma in any place in that sentence to make it make sense.
You know how to do stuff? Remember your airplane, your last project? Uh, I do remember. Don't you know how to do stuff? What kind of stuff do you know? Texturing someone else's model? Okay, so you have like a mug, you have a character, and a hard surface character, and a human character, right? Now, the problem with your portfolio is not the quality of these assets, because they're not bad. I mean, I've seen games with worse. But, man, you suck at presentation. Hmm. Why is the wood there having a checker on it? I'm gonna say, like, this could have been a way more interesting asset if you actually put one more variation to, like, I don't even grasp if this is supposed to be stylized or realistic. I suppose stylized. Like, even looking at the wood and how the damage is all over the place, I would think stylized, right? But if you go stylized, then you also have to put like a lot of effort into gradients and into having like areas where the eye can rest and areas where you have detail. You cannot have, a pattern like this that it's, you know looking very unnatural in this place. Like, it doesn't really make sense, and it's like too bothersome for the eye. Like, if you would have made this like super big, like maybe 3 or 4 links, would have looked more natural, especially if you're going for stylized. But then you would have had to actually sculpt them instead of just putting a fucking texture. Uh, they're missing some details. Like, for example, if you would actually have leather here, the leather would come and actually have a silhouette, right? And probably all this will have different silhouettes, especially if it would be, stylized. It would have, something that goes on this route to make sense, right? And it would have looked way better. And overall, it's like very clean. You only have like some edge wear, uh, but then you have like scratches all over the place, which is a thing that people keep doing in fucking texturing, and I don't know why. Like, please explain to me how anything could hit here. Like, it's almost impossible, right? Or in here, right? Like, you have to expose the area that, like here, sure, you're gonna have a lot of scratches. Here, probably way less or not at all. Inside the fucking cavity is not at all, right? So you have to make gradients in terms of damage also, and it needs to make sense, right? It's more important to have like all the levels of damage rather than the same kind of damage everywhere. Like, I don't see like a big hit, and then like small scratches, right? For you, it's kind of like the same damage, same edge wear, same uh, texturing all over the place. And I say this is stylized because you fucking use those generators for edge wear and cavities everywhere, right? Which doesn't really behave like in reality. So you definitely need to put more effort into understanding materiality. And when you're texturing, man, like, even if you're going for a realistic texture or for a stylized texture, make it realistic first, then stylize it, right? Because, and when you stylize it, you need to actually simplify it. You have like crazy fucking amount of noise and edge wear and height and fucking patterns that don't make any sense. Like, everything gets pixelated for some reason. It needs to be way better than this, right? Then you have 2 characters, which, you have a hard surface character, this one, which is not a bad character in terms of concept, but texturing wise, it's exactly the same problem, right? Like, everything here looks the same. Like, if I'm looking at the specularity of this, I cannot make, I cannot differentiate the gold material from the gray metal from leather, I suppose, is this, right? For me, like, in terms of specularity, it makes no difference. Like, it's, and noise. You have like literally noise everywhere. Like, where the fuck are you putting noise everywhere? Balance it. Especially on a hard surface character like this, you really need to have like clean areas. Like, look at the concept, right? Do you see how the gold is nice and shiny, and the darker metal it's, more bland, right? And then the fucking clothing has no specularity. Then you have like nice gradients on it and nice contrast. Like, you have none of that on your character, right? It's like just noise, noise everywhere. Should you retexture it? I don't think it's worth retexturing this. Like start a new fucking character, then going back to this because there are definitely differences in terms of shapes, proportions, details, roundness of things. For you, all your bevels is it's like you use the bevel shader in Marmoset. That's how it looks.
I will fade.
Everything is just flat. But look at the concept, man. Like the specularity on these gems, right? You can see that it's not just a diamond shape, right? It has a bevel and then goes inwards, right? Like it has like a slight curve going inwards. Here, I see a fucking square with dirt. I don't even see it as a gem, right? Like this kind of information needs to transpire into what you're making, and all this layering for the metal that happen in there is not reading. Like you do not have clean surfaces, but you do not have either edges exposed that are way shinier. You do not have dirt that gathers around the connection of surfaces, so you have them pop up. It's you know you just slapped some materials on them, like some realistic, highly grungy materials, and you called it a day. And it's not enough when it comes to texturing. And then you have the human character. How many hours did you work on this character? Kind of lost count. Okay. Well, I can see that you worked a lot, but you worked a lot on some stuff. Like for example, this bag, you actually spent a lot of time making it. Even the backpack, even the boots, right? But then your pants look like you just exported from Marvelous and that was it. Like there is no information in the sewing, and then you slap the fucking texturing on top. By the way, this material, this is for jackets. Like this fabric, it's used to make suit jackets or uh, jackets in general. It is not a jeans material, or if it is a jeans material, you had to tile it like 45 times more than what you did. And it doesn't really make sense. Like you have a lot of information and you're not having any secondary shapes nor tertiary shapes for this. You just slapped everything there. There's no bending because of the sewing. There's no memory folds. There's nothing showing through this fabric. It just looks like a very quick uh, export from MD that you put some normal map information on it and a very weird material that doesn't really make sense. The jacket, like, it is something that I'm telling my students often, right? Like, if you have to make a jacket, right? Like in reality, I can bet if you look at a jacket like this in reality, you will find that it has internal linen, right? It has a double layer inside, which you do not have. Hence, your jacket also is missing like all the trims and edges that it should have. And then the fabric here makes no sense, right? Because the way it's connected, it looks very unnatural. You have a lot of bends in it. It tells me that your marvelous skills are not that great either. You're lacking understanding on materiality, but you also try to make it more stiff because it was probably not fitting because it's not layered, right? It doesn't have the amount of layers that it should have for it to fit correctly. And then we're gonna go to the face, which I think you started from a scan. I don't know if you sculpted this from the beginning, but it's not pleasant to look at. And the texturing and shading, it's not. And that applies for everything. Like your texturing needs a lot of work, and you need to study a lot on especially on how dirt happens on the fabrics and on materials in general. Like you're putting noise everywhere. You're aiming to work at AMC. Also, what's with the wide lens render? This is almost orthographic. At least here you have a little bit of perspective. But presentation wise, man, there's a video on my YouTube with how to present your stuff in Marmoset, and I kept doing that over and over. Even for we had like we remade the presentation for the work and the barbarian on stream, right? With ray tracing, if you want to go for ray tracing. But there's a lot of stuff that here that shows that you're putting the effort, but you're not pushing enough. Like, look at these fucking fingers. You didn't even bother to pose them correctly. They just round sausages that bend like a sausage. There's a lot of secondary information that you're missing in your models. And when it comes to you want to make a female character, man, you need to make a pleasant face because that's where the people will look. It doesn't matter, even if you're everything under the neck, right? All the costume would have been perfect. I'm telling you, with this head, no one would give a fuck. Because that's how it works, right? Like people will look at the face, if the face looks unnatural and the hair looks unnatural and the shading looks like you just slapped a fucking albedo, no subsurface scattering whatsoever. And with anatomy issues, like this fucking ear is not a human ear, and definitely the proportions are a bit fucking weird, no one will care. Like they will look and be like, I don't care. So, on a small idea, like he's using subsurface, but he's probably having like 1 millimeter the depth, right? So it's not showing it at all. But to wrap it up in general, I think you need to spend more time working on secondary shapes and breaking down the perfect shapes that you're modeling, both for hard surface and organic, right? Like everything looks too perfect, and you need that believable variation. Then, when it comes to shading and texturing, you really need to study, like take real pictures and try to recreate what you see there in terms of fabrics, in terms of materials in general. And then presentation, man, go and watch some of the videos that I have because you definitely need that. Should you keep this in your portfolio? I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna delete everything and not do anything afterwards? No, you keep them for now. Once you're gonna make better stuff, you're slowly gonna retire them, right? But take your time and like, because I know you put a lot of effort into making some of this stuff, right? But you botching it up. Like for example, even this, right? If you take this and you make it as a single prop, right? Because we have a good base, but with a little more attention to the shapes, right? Like on how the uh, leather bends where you have the stitching with some more variation than what you have here. You have some variation on the flap, right? But like if you push a little bit further and you put some details, like for example, the leather, uh, you know, has an edge, like the edge of the leather. It's like rough leather, and the backside is rough leather. You can look at how I did uh, the holster for Bruce Willis, right? Like you have some variation happening in there, and you have some noise happening in there, and you need to put that information in what you're doing. And with a little push on the texturing, not much, because this leather is not looking that bad. You have a little bit of variation, a bit too much noise, then the height information it's a bit too much, and you need a little bit more roughness variation, especially because leather in the creases and the non-exposed areas is going to be more shiny, right, and more saturated, and on the exposed areas is going to, the color is going to get rough, and it's going to get closer to the color of the leather, the actual leather underneath, right? So it's going to be more rough, less shiny, and like more desaturated going into the brown area, right, from the blue. But you do not have the contrast for the specular here, right? It doesn't show off at all, and you're gonna have to push that a bit. But if you work on this, right, only on this pouch, and you improve it a little bit in your high poly, then you're probably gonna need to put some more detail into your low poly because it's kind of low, and especially on the curved surfaces, it kind of shows off. You can have an asset that looks really good because if you improve your texturing and you make a good presentation with it, with like some proper camera setting, with some dove, with some fucking, color, with some tone mapping and whatnot, you can make like a nice presentation for it that it's interesting and add some videos and whatnot, right? Not just this. And it's gonna bring way more attention than the whole fucking character that you did.
Nim, is your mic peaking?
Is it picking? Might be.
Mm,
Let me lower a bit.
it's like the gain is peaking.
I mean, it's Windows, it's changing stuff always.
Always. For no reason.
Boom, boom, boom. I lowered the gain a bit. But don't be discouraged, Sniffer. Like, you've learned the software you got here, right? All you have to do is to push into bringing something that looks actually good. Because these are like average, very average. It doesn't show the attention to detail, neither in model nor in texturing, right? Like you want, like people who want to hire you, they will look for, hey, is this guy actually paying attention to the silhouettes, to the details, to the information that is put in? Is he texturing by just slapping some smart materials, or is he actually taking time to understand how materiality works and layering stuff correctly to get a good result? And you can see the difference. It's major in between what you did and what some of my students do. I know you've seen their work. So don't rush and just deliver something because you want to deliver something. Take your time to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it the way you do. Why the materials behave in a very specific way. And you will be fine eventually. My students catching strays. Students are doing a good job because, not letting them fucking doing stupid shit. Already reviewed your fucking pain, you fucking ungrateful hoe. Man, I'm gonna have to take Luna out and I just don't wanna. Like, the fucking weather is killing me.
Sharks.
When did I scratch the Make America Great Again text off my head? Never. I also don't give a shit about America. I live in Romania.
Hey.
The fuck is not changing this? No, because I'm dumb. And I put that on the... That's why. Character is so fucking small. Can pay the mentorship, but it's possible to do like an hour session with me once every 3-4 months, for example, paid of course. What do you think I can teach you in 1 hour? Like if you cannot afford the mentorship, you have access to my videos where I made so many fucking characters and outfits. But like asking for, like, I can take your money and have a call once in a while. Sure, yeah. Give me some money, bring it. Yeah. But you're not really gonna learn much. It's an hour, you know. You can get some feedback, but it's gonna be limited by the amount of time. How much for 1 hour call? For you, Panju? Half a Bitcoin. Anyway. Why would I go to ask for feedback from you, Panju, especially on characters? Not in general in 3D. I don't care if it's half a Bitcoin now or in 2000s, as long as it goes into my, crypto wallet, a zero point 0.5 Bitcoin, I don't care. But I'm gonna go walk Luna, which she heard. She heard me, the bitch.
Yeah. She was like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Been a while since I stopped streaming. Something had happened. I've been sick for a while, fighting with some health issues. I'll be back, and it's not been that long. Been streaming for a month. I'll be back in like, I don't know, 15 minutes.
Enjoy. The best stream is a cat stream. Now, is that Satan or his mom? I can't tell the difference between Satan and his mom unless I'm there in person, because Satan is fatter. Also, the mom is like a little more of a scaredy cat. You put a lot of points in stealth, yes. My favorite was the grandma. Why is everything in anatomy hard? Because humans are complicated. Yes, and stupid. Like I'm having such a hard time correcting um, what I fucked up on the lips. Enjoy that surface is logical and geometric. It's relaxing. It do be. And definitely, the more you understand it, the more relaxing it becomes. But I am big dum dum. Real facts. You know, I read it as reflects with until you write reflex. I was like, oh. But you know, I am a big believer that the universe is one big Mandelbrot, and that the chaos of the universe also manifests in us. That's why life is one big mess of chaos that we're trying to make sense of it. And that puzzle makes no sense. Yes, it's good too. Yes. No, I agree. I think it's the mom. Doesn't have a She doesn't have a big butt like Satan. Welcome back.
Yeah, that's Satan's mom.
Yeah. I figured because her ass is not as big as her son's ass.
Ah, it's kind of the same.
Nah, Satan's a heavy bitch.
I mean, he's heavier, but his ass is still, her ass is still big.
Satan's mom's thick.
I, Razan. Raining, come home. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's not raining hard now. Fine. Yesterday was fun. Morty has a knife for butts.
Yes, ma'am. A connoisseur. Why, yes. I am glad someone recognizes my expertise.
Man, I really fucking hate this weather. When the sun are coming. Also, I need to make some tea. Yeah. Was it raining? It's like slowly raining, but it's been like dark all fucking day already. Rained like fucking crazy yesterday. And it's gonna continue raining for like 2 weeks or something. Depressing. Western Northern Europe kind of weather. Good good weather to unalive yourself, you know what I mean?
Ay. Fuck.
Ok.
Ah! It's hard!
There's some reason why you cannot move roots in edit guides modifier. In what? In our matrix? Yeah, sometimes it's bugging out. Probably because of whatever stack you have in there.
Why? Why do human heads have to be so ergonomic?
Huh?
Why do human heads have to be ergonomic?
What are you drinking?
What am I drinking?
Hmm.
Stupidity. I didn't time your tea for 5 minutes.
Fine, I'll bring get it.
More human. Still have to. But I do see a little bit better, I think. Wow. I had 12 gigabytes in recyclable.
And
Like, I should check it more often. Better.
I don't know. Your stream is not loading.
What? I can see it on my on Discord. Now try. I'm fixing.
Oh,
I
keep
need to.
fixing. Let me know when you
Uh,
end up fixing.
when I end up what?
Fixing.
When I end fixing. Like
Mhm.
when I think I ended fixing.
Mhm.
Well, what's the time? I have 20 more minutes. I need to pee. I'll be right back.
Bye, Emil.
I've got this really great friend, Nimlad. He's like really fantastic. Go check him out. Go subscribe to him. Yeah, let's go.
In 2D, you actually have brushes and way more responsiveness. Hey, Ludwig's. Marmoset has better brushes. Marmoset has the worst fucking brushes that I know, sadly. Cheer? What? No. I ain't got any cheer. Where? The fuck? The fuck? I have no notification, no feed, no chat, no. What the fuck? I didn't got any notification.
Yo, David. Hallo, Arneel. How are you, Hanil? How are you, sir? I sound different. Wait, hold up. I shouldn't sound different. You have to check your ears, bro. Check your ears. Ay, ay. Ay, ay. Me trying to make my base mesh human again, and I've got 8 minutes before I have to hop on a call. A call of disappointment. Thank you, Poppies. Yeah, Haniel. Who do you pray to, bro?
Except me.
Pray what?
Except me.
Except you?
Yeah, was he praying except me?
Wait, what? I'm asking. No, well, yeah, I no. I'm saying if who does Hanil pray to?
Exactly, except me. But which part it
Except
doesn't?
you or besides you? Like you're saying Hanil prays to you and and another god, right?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Yes, besides you. Who do you pray to? Which god? To which god do you pray to besides him? Isn't it? In a very weird way, subscription is like praying.
Are you even subscribed by your own volition, Henil, or it's racy?
Oh, that is very much like real life. Do you subscribe to God on your own volition or indoctrination? Oh, see, Wild Peaks, life is a Mandelbrot. Because, bro, vocabulary,
Oh my god.
you need spice in your life.
Oh my god, Henil. I should fucking ban you for that question. Why am I calling you retarded instead of stupid? Is that what you're asking? The fuck, man.
What did I miss?
Yes.
Nothing.
You think that in India, English is one of the official languages. You would expect people to actually speak it.
You mean they don't?
Given Daniel's reaction of me using volition, I mean, that's what you're using language for, no? Communication. I mean, you want to pick up blondes at the bar, isn't that communication also? Are you gonna tell them what you're gonna do?
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's Formula One.
I have to go to that meeting thing.
Huh?
It's looking like Johnny Sins again, Morty.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't. I'm like looking at Nim's sculpt, and hold on. There's a silhouette thing I must fix. I don't forget. Okay. Okay. I must do the meeting thing, and I'll be back. I love you. Bye.
Fuck you.
Bye. Bye. I love you too, DJ.
When painting there, given that it's under. about in months ago. They are very silent. Shall I end up the stream and just go to sleep or something?
You can do that. I'm watching Formula One. Also, turns out they found an even deadlier spider in Australia. If you get bit by this spider, you have about 15 minutes to live. And Bradley, I don't swing that way. Not everyone starts to look like Johnny Sins.
This Polish presidential debate. Why do you bother yourself with that kind of garbage?
Damn. What would happen if you would go into politics, Nim?
I wouldn't.
What if you would?
How would I know?
Gonna force ZBrush onto everyone.
Nah. We all steal all the money.
Hmm.
So Romania cleaned up corruption. What do you mean? There's no such thing as corruption-free country.
What about Sweden? Oh yeah, no, never
There's
mind.
no fucking country without corruption. What are we talking about?
Mm.
None.
Oh, I know one. Lebanon.
Sure. It used to be really bad. Now it's sort of better.
Still bad. It went from super shit to shit.
Yes, but then the Western Europe went to complete shit. And now Romania is better.
Mm.
I got bored of working.
Time to play video games.
You've been placing gemstones for hours? On what? No shit. Right back in a second.
Oh no. Antonelli is making a mistake again. Oh, rip.
Oh shit, I was still muted.
Apparently, yes.
Thanks for the sub, box. Where is this? This is Krita. It's a Photoshop alternative. Yes, it's free.
Damn, there's always wild pics there. Knowledge, her knowledge of software is amazing. The amount of people I've had in my chat asking what software this is when I was working in plasticity.
Shit, I should have not used symmetry for this. Because they're not symmetrical.
Yeah, should get some work done. A little bit. While watching Formula One. Talk about plasticity every 10 minutes. I don't think it's every 10 minutes. I think it's like every 5 minutes. Damn, another red flag.
Mhm.
Formula One, 2 red
Uh,
flags already.
But you're talking about girls.
About the girl?
Yeah, like red flags, you know, girls.
I think I'm more of a red flag for girls than the opposite.
I mean, yes.
Damn, the new Helldivers update looks fun.